Okay, so let's continue with this project. I'm gonna do the water on this bathroom. The other video I was doing the sanitary waste. So this is gonna be the water part of this program. And we are going to use, I think I'm gonna keep it in this mode just because it's different, realistic with edges. So we have the same layout. We go counterclockwise. We got the kitchen sink, we have the lavatory, washer and dryer, shower, and we have a water closet. But we are going to supply these fixture units, these fixtures with cold water. So let's go back and let's start off with, let's see, okay, that is a grid line. I see. Okay, I'm going to right click on this and create a similar, but I'm going to use a 3/4 inch. Okay, so this is going to be a 3/4 inch cold water pipe, and let's turn it. I'm going to use my section, but I'm going to rotate in place so I can see how far I need to go down. I can guess, but I don't want to do that. Okay, we have this, but I want to include this water. This is a water heater, and I want to include that with my lavatory. So here's my, let's get the view in line so we can right click and go to that view, go back to my water so we can get a reference and use that. Okay, so we're looking at a side view, and I want to go down. Let's see, so I'm still in the wall space. Okay, and there's my water heater, and there are the connections. So I want to get down far enough, but maybe I can go higher so I don't use too much pipe. So I can go here. If I go lower, I'm going to use pipe six of one and half a dozen of the other, so I can go down this far, from here, pick up my lavatory, and I'm going to need to go all the way over to go up. But at this point I want it to be a 1/2 inch, so I'm going to stop here. So you see I'm coming down in the wall, going down in the wall and over, so I can pick up this lavatory. But since there's a 3/4 inch coming off of this hot water, I want this cold water to be 3/4 inch, and then I'll change it to a 1/2 inch after I pass my well, I could actually make it 1/2 inch after I connect. I think I'll do that. So let's connect the hot water. Let's connect some cold water to the hot water, to the cold water, to the water heater, so we can get hot water out of it. I'm going to connect into cold water, and I'm going to pick this guy. Okay, so at this point I can change this to, let's change it to a 1/2 inch. I'm going to change that to a 1/2 inch because the only load that's on this cold water line now is my lavatory and my kitchen sink, and they can both be like 3/8 of an inch, but I'm going to put a 1/2 inch here. So we can, let's go back, because I'm going to need to go over this door. Let's do this. That's a 1/2. Here's my door, and I need to go over. Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's go up here and go over. Okay. So we're going up and over. Going to move that out of the way. And that is at 3 foot 5. I'm going to put that on my clipboard. Okay. Let's go back, come over, and I want to go down. And I want to go down. Let's change this. Controls V and apply. Or I can just continue and it'll go down automatic. So you see it when it goes down here. So I can go over and make another connection to my cold water. Connect into cold water. Say OK to that and choose that guy. So everything looks good. So now I'm going to connect into cold water, the laboratory. So everything looks good here also. Okay. So let's sync. Okay. And so now this line continues. That should be a 1 inch. Okay. So 1 inch cold water. Let's do the same here and see how far we need to go down. I'm going to bring my section view over, and I like to look, I like to look from left to right, north to south. That's just my preference. Maybe it's because I'm left-handed, I don't know. But we have this, and I'm including the fixtures so that we're not lost in the sauce. So we come over, and we are up here. So I need to come down in the wall. Let's right click and draw. So I can come down. This is good. Come down about right there and go over. And we're gonna pick up the water closet. So this is all 1 inch. So let's get the water closet first. So we can connect into, we have cold water here, and we can connect into cold water here. So it should be easy, because a lot of times when you connect into, Revit's pipe will overlap and it'll go all the way to the end and then come back. So I like to tie in both ends so that Revit doesn't go all the way to the end. That way I give it no options. Let's connect into cold water. Yes, and we are here. Has no choice. Connect into cold water, and we are here. Okay, so that looks good. We have that. Let's sync again. Okay, so now we're going to need hot water for our fixtures, and I'm going to create a similar and change the system type. Change system type and the that's 3/4 inch. I'll leave it at 3/4 inch. Okay, and change the system type to hot water. Go down, and we have hot water, so that should be hot water. And let's move this guy over. So I'm gonna bring this hot water and put it right there. And they should be similar or the same, 3.5 and 3.5, but I'm going to go over. I'm not going to worry about it clashing, and continue this up and over. Let's give it, let's see if Revit's going to overlap. Connect into hot water. Here. Okay, so it did not overlap. Sometimes it'll connect on the end here. It didn't that time. So I don't know the formula, the exact formula for that, but I guess sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So what I'm gonna do is run in the wall all the way across here. Okay, and let's turn on the HVAC to see if there's any interference, just because. And the structure, I think I'll have to look at the structure in section view. Okay, that looks good. There's nothing going on there. Section view, let's go here. Let's see, let's go here. I guess I can look at it like that. Section, let's go back and get our reference so we know what we're doing. So we're looking for a round dot. Okay, so it's in the wall, and let's just look at some links. Okay, they are both on, so nothing is interfering with that pipe that's in the wall. I'm going to bring this back out, and we can take a look at what's going on here. So we have those two. Let's start back here, since this is where I started, and I'm going to need to turn off the HVAC. Let's turn off the structure too, so that's okay. And we're going to go, and this is going to be 8'6", and again we can copy that. Okay, go up. Let's do this, and we can Control V, continue. Let's go here, and as you can see, it went up. I think that's going to be too much. This is 3/4 inch. It can be a 1/2 inch. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to change this to 1/2 inch. 3/4, 1/2 inch. Okay. And 3/4, 1/2 inch. And we are here. Okay, so we got that out of the way, and that is 1/2 inch. I'm going to sync. Let's see. So we have a connect into hot water, and we're going to connect into my hot water here. Okay, let's go over the rainbow. Let's come down some. Let's come down a little bit. Okay, and this is 3.5. We're gonna come down. Let's not be lazy this time. 3.5. Okay, we're gonna go here, and let's go there, so we can get a good look at our hot water connection. Connect into hot water. Let's say okay to that, and we have a connection. And synchronize. Now I sync as much as I can, when I'm thinking about it, because you will find out when you're working with Revit that things happen, and you would have wished that you had synced, because you never know what's going to happen with Revit. Okay, so am I in the, I'm at 3.5, okay. So we come around, let's do this. Let's do the same. Elevation is this 4.3. I'll keep it at 3.5. It might be okay. Let's see, where are we? Section A, 3.5. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine, because all I need to do only these two. Let's go back. I can move this pipe. I can move this pipe over there. Okay, so that's 3/4 inch. and let's tie it in. Connect into hot water, and we have a connection. Okay, let's go back. Looks like Revit wants a little bit more room. Let's give it some room to make Revit happy. We always want to keep Revit as happy as possible. Oh man, let's go. Let's connect into, let's see if it's going to smile this time. Okay, we got here. Nice, okay, Revit likes that. And we have the washer and dryer. Connect into hot water. Yes, and we have another connection. Okay, so that all looks good. I'm going to synchronize this. And we have all of our connections, everything looks good. So when we get ready to plot, it's going to be medium and it's going to be hidden line. Okay, so this is a 1/8 inch, and it does my line types aren't showing. Okay, they're showing this hot water is showing here because it's a longer run. But what's going on in here? If I want this to be an 1/8, what will probably happen is I'll put this on a 1/4 inch scale, so it will look like this. That's my cold water. It's typical for line types, you know, going all the way back to drafting and then AutoCAD, right? So Revit has the same, can do the same type of graphics. But suppose I wanted to show this area in an 1/8 inch, but the line types don't pop out like they should, right? Like as if it was a 1/4 inch. Well, the good thing about what Revit can do, you can customize these line types. So what I'm going to do is go to Manage, and go to Additional Settings, and we can go to Line Patterns. Okay, and here are all the line patterns that is part of that comes with Revit, right? But you can edit, you can create a new one, which is what I'm getting ready to do. And if you can see, let's go back. Let's cancel this and look at cold water. I'm going to go to Type Properties, and this is where we can control the line types. And what what line type is this? Center, we're at center 1/4, okay? So center 1/4. And let's go back, cancel, 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 cancel. And I'm gonna go back to my line pattern and look at center 1/4 and edit, you see? So this is how you can control your line types up to, you got 20 options that you can put a dot in here or a space, a double dash, all the rest of this stuff. So because, and the reason I'm doing this is because suppose I want my line types to show at an 1/8 of an inch, my hot water, cold water, 1/8 of an inch, and it doesn't show based on the line types that I'm going to use that comes with Revit. Say I want center, let's go up. I want a center 3/8. Center 3/8. Let's see what that does. It doesn't do anything in here. And I've looked at this again. Let's go back. Let's go back. And that was center 3/8. Center 5/8. You see, even here, the line type is getting larger. So I know that the center 4th is the smallest one. So there's nothing I can do. I think there's some imports down here. There's a grid line. Let's try a grid line and see what happens. Let's try the grid line. Yeah, nothing's going on. Let's go back. That's the grid line. That was grid line. Okay, that was that grid line. Grid 1/4. Well, that's gonna be, is that gonna be the same as the center? 1/4, let's find out. Okay, it did some damage, but not enough. That's the hot water, isn't it? Isn't that hot water? What is this? Oh, okay. What am I doing? Okay, that looks a little better, but I'd like for it to be just a little bit better. And I know I can control it by using I can customize it, right? In other words. So what I'm gonna do is go to my line patterns, and create a new line pattern. Okay, I'm going to create a new line pattern. I'm going to call it, let's call it center 1/8. Let's see what's the format of this stuff. Center 1/4, edit, space, and all of these. Okay, space, I can use the inch sign. Center, space, 1/8, 1/8 inch. Okay, and here, I think the first one was dash, and I'm gonna go 1/8, and I can use the units. And I think this is gonna be space. Okay, space. I want it a little bit closer, so I'm gonna go 3/64 inch. And let's do another dash. That's the pattern that we're looking at, right? 3/64 inch. Let's go here again, and we can go space, right? Yeah, space. And we're gonna go 3/64 inch. Okay, and I'm gonna say okay. So we have center 1/8. Make sure there's no duplicate. So center 1/8. Okay, so it populated here, and you see the graduations are a little bit closer together. I'm gonna say okay to this. And now let's go back to our type properties in our cold water system type, and let's control it. Let's go back up, and we are looking for center 1/8, which is here, this guy. We just created that, and I'm going to say okay and okay. That's 1/8. Okay, so it looks a little bit better. Looks a little bit better. I like for it to be in here, but I can see that, and the hot water can be a little bit cleaner also. But I think I'm gonna leave it alone. Maybe let's do hot water again. Let's do the hot water. Let's don't be lazy. Okay, I'm gonna do new. Let's go back and see where we are. Here's the hot water and type properties. What is that? Import Phantom 2. Man, what is that? What does that look like? Let's take a look. Import Phantom 2. Line patterns. Import Phantom 2. Ooh. That looks, edit. Oh my. So they're using 1/16. Okay, well, I'm gonna save that for another day. I'm gonna do the hot water for another day. I need to look at it a little bit more. Yeah, that's how you can control your. I think it can be controlled a little bit better. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. The cold water doesn't look too bad after making that new line pattern. So, but anyway, let's see, let's go back and just take a look at our realistic view. Okay, so that's it. And let's take a look at this guy. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. I think I'm going to stop here, and we can, and so you can go in and tag all of this information, right? But I'm going to stop here, guys. Okay, so I hope that helped, guys. I hope that helped, and I will talk to you guys later.